the latest threat to our economy. It is said that the Americans are quickly running out of savings to the point that pretty soon they will have nothing left, so there's no need to worry about rising interest rates, high inflation, or Microsoft's new AI exposing personal information out of vengeance. As of now, consider that the average American is now saving only 3.4% of their income. That credit card debt has reached a new all-time high of $1 trillion, and that the late payments on automobiles are increasing at the quickest rate since 2010. To that end, welcome to Investing Path, and for today's video, we will be delving deeper into these matters, but before that, make sure you've already clicked the like, subscribe, and bell button to stay updated for more of our content for you. But other than that, let's get started. Okay, so one of the biggest issues we will be facing soon is debt, and we need to start talking about that now. To make ends meet, as of today, over 80% of middle-income households reduce their savings or withdrew money from existing savings. The longer this trend continues, the more dire the statistics become. Consider the rise in delinquent credit card bills, which has reached $1 trillion, the highest level since records began being kept in 1999. Recently, up to 6.6%. Credit card users are in triple peril because their balances are growing at a time when interest rates are rising, and the number of individuals carrying debt is increasing. Because of that, the White House has proposed a new plan that would achieve the unthinkable by lowering late costs. Therefore, if you miss a $10 payment, you won't be charged a $29 to $40 late fee under the new guidelines, and a credit card company can charge more than 8% unless it can prove that it will cost more to collect. Meanwhile, financial advisor and the author of A Wealth of Common Sense, Ben Carlson, has made an observation that the current poll indicated that the average holding period for an individual stock in the United States has dropped in just 10 months from 5 years in the 1970s. If you do nothing at all, history shows that you have a good chance of making a profit, even if your original timing is awful. Then why does everyone conduct the complete opposite? Ben cites cheap trading costs as the first of three primary factors that have led to investors selling more faster than expected. But think about it. In the 1980s, trading commissions might reach 1%, and low-fee brokerages were still charging $7 per trade as recently as 20 years ago, which, as we recall, was a steal at that time. But in modern times, trading costs are virtually non-existent, and even if certain brokerages may rely on payment for order flow, the amount is typically a few fractions of a penny. Some people even go so far as to say it is unnecessary to pay the fee. When compared to the days before computers, when traders had to call in their orders, second trading is also more simpler. Not everyone had instantaneous access to accurate pricing information as we do now. In addition, let's be honest, there is essentially no threshold for admission into stock trading. If you're over 18, you may open a trading account right this second, start trading the moment you make a deposit, and join any of a number of groups focused on second-by-second fluctuations in the market. But you do realize that this is not a rare thing, right? The rate at which borrowers are falling behind on their vehicle loan payments is higher than it has been in over a decade. Isn't it quite a detour? A scarcity of auto production, a restricted supply of parts, record low interest rates, and a robust demand drove the typical automobile's price up by 22%, beating the stock market, real estate, etc. So it is not surprising that used car prices have seen a significant bubble. As a matter of fact, financing for old cars is a recipe for catastrophe. Here's why. For the past decade, according to a study published in Iowa Law Review, automobile dealerships' primary source of revenue has shifted from the sale of vehicles to the provision of auto financing. With the decline of the automobile industry and the rise of the lending sector, the latter is now a highly unregulated gray market where subprime loans are issued without much oversight. This indicates that not only are 20% of borrowers being dishonest about their income and work status on their loan applications, but that lenders are also willing to overlook these red flags in order to make a profit. As of the end of last year, it was revealed that nearly 10% of vehicle loans given to those with low credit ratings, also with used car values predicted to drop as much as 20% by 2023. Getting out from under those payments would become increasingly challenging. What can you do about this? Here are some tips for paying down debt quickly, even while interest rates rise. In my opinion, one of the best approaches to eliminate debt as quickly as possible can be summed up in 6 steps. Discover first what kind of debt you are dealing with. Most people who are deeply in debt probably have no idea how much they owe or what their interest rate actually is. So it is probably a good idea to write down everything you owe, where it is owed, and how much it costs. Second, keep a record of your money for the next month. I think you'll find it enlightening to see how your spending adds up and exactly where your money is going, as you may not have been paying close enough attention before. Third, once you've done that, reduce your spending wherever possible. That rules out getting frappuccinos at Starbucks for $6, going out to TGI Fridays with the guys. The fourth is to consider debt consolidation if you have a substantial amount of debt. To explain how this works, consider a scenario where you owe $20,000 over 4 credit cards and a personal loan at an average interest rate of 20%. Rather than paying off each loan individually, you might consolidate your debt with a massive loan and save money in the long run. You might also consider getting a credit card that charges no interest and moving your debt over to that card to save money. Fifth, use the snowball or avalanche strategy popularized by the financial guru Dave Ramsey to eliminate the debt. The first method recommends starting with the smallest debt and working your way up to the greatest one. You'll get the moral boost of seeing results quickly, and you'll have plenty of cash left over to start chipping away at your debt. The second strategy is so-called avalanche method, in which debts are prioritized according to interest rate rather than balance. If you can keep to this plan, you can rest assured that your money is being put to good use and that you will save a significant amount of money in the long run. Sixth, if you're still not able to save enough money to pay down your debts after making all the necessary cuts, the only other alternative is to boost your income or take on a part-time job. It is essential that you act on anything you can do in order to reduce your debt. Realize that this is just a temporary setback that you must overcome before things can return to normal in the long run. Even though household debt has increased to its highest level since 2008, at an average of $142,000, the good news is that the vast majority of this debt is secured by fixed-rate mortgages with historically low interest rates. That is why it is not surprising that consumer debt is so much higher now than it was before. And that is a worry since people in the United States are running low on cash. In light of this, it is important that we all exercise extreme caution in our spending habits during the course of the coming year, considering whether or not we actually require a certain purchase, and if so, whether or not there are less expensive options available. Although these are all sound financial practices, no matter the state of the economy, today more than ever, it pays to be frugal when necessary. Maintain a steady stream of income. Avoid taking on more debt than you can comfortably handle. Now, what are your thoughts about these events that we've mentioned in this video? Are they enough reason to panic, or not really? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. But besides that, thanks for watching! This is Investing Path, and if you enjoyed watching this video, then go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and bell button to stay updated for more of our personal financing and investment uploads for you. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.